Hello, Ash. How are you doing? Hope you're good, mate. Welcome along. I'll just get this shared out as well a few places. Hello, Ash. How are you doing? Banner Man should be along soon, mate. What are we all doing? All good. Yeah, all good here, mate. All good here. How are you doing? You all right? Good. Share this out, mate, yeah? Get some people coming along. Eternal, hello, evening. How are you? Hope you're good. I've just got brain block on the Twitter hashtags. I've been so good at it recently. That'll do. Oh, all right. Cheers, mate. Thanks, Ash. Cheers. Yeah, not bad. Cheers, Eternal. Not bad. Been things have been a bit more positive. So yeah, so hopefully things can only get better, if you know what I mean. Not referring to the song, of course. Right. Okay, that's out there. Um, need to. Oh, I can't do the community tab from here. It's stupid when YouTube won't let you use a community tab on on an iPad for some reason. Oh, well done. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Spread it out wherever you can. Facebook, Twitter, whatever. Oh. Okay, I'll turn. I'll see you in a minute. Oh. So, how is everyone? This is start of Q&A chat series. I want to start off doing weekly with guests on. It's been in plans for a little while now. Got some good guests lined up. Obviously, we're looking for more people to come along as time goes on. Okay, Ash, no problem, mate. So hopefully we can, we will get some more people, on chatting. Like I say, ask questions, etc. And yeah, like I say, I've got some people lined up, which is good. Start of a series, so hopefully we'll be doing this once a week. This is just a one-off on a Thursday, I think. I think we're trying to do it on one sort of like a Sunday night, Sunday evening. Hello, Basil. How you doing? Welcome along. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. How well indeed. I did try the old green screen thing the other night, but I wasn't too happy with it, so I didn't bother. I've got a message there for. Hold on a second. Read. No. So, yeah, I tried the green screen thing out the other night. It did work quite well, actually. It worked quite well, but I wasn't totally happy with it. On a Sunday, don't go live during the F1. No, of course I won't. Hello, Tom, Dick and Harry. All right, cheers, mate. I didn't know Gypsy was live. Hello. All that. All right. Yeah, I hope you're all well. Hopefully we'll get some more people along. Hopefully. You know what it's like with these sort of midweek things. It's a bit hit and miss, isn't it, sometimes? Obviously, if anyone's got any questions, there will be time for everyone to ask questions as well in the chat. So hopefully all things will go smoothly. I'm just checking for email, sorry. What am I wearing? Cheers, Basil. Right, that one. What am I wearing? I'm just wearing a black t-shirt and jeans. Oh. You've been looking again, Basil. God dear, letting out all my secrets again. I told you I only wear them for you. And hopefully this is going out in a decent. Let's just check. Yes, it is going out in 1080p. Lovely, brilliant. Got to have a laugh. That's what I'm trying to try and have a laugh with this tonight. It should be a laugh. Hello, Chris. How are you doing? Yeah, nice of you to join us. Cheer up, Gypsy Auditor. Hello, mate. How are you? Hope you're good. Thanks for joining. God, I've got OCD about my glasses, I tell you. Yes, mate. All right, Basil. All right. We'll be there soon. Hold on. Right, hold on. Let's get this working. There you go. Hello, hello. There's a police officer going live at 7. Okay. Oh well. Never mind. He can go live. I'm not worried about that, man. How you doing, Gypsy? You good? Watching Billy Joe. Oh dear. So what's everyone been up to? Oh, that Harry. Yeah, I'd rather not watch a copper, to be honest. But there you go. That's what you get. Let's try and share this out a bit more. Sorry, sorry if I miss any of the chat because it can be a bit random on a computer on PC. Yeah, a bit slow, etc. Wonder if I can do it too. Cheers, mate. Thank you. What was the plan? All right, see you in a bit. See you in a bit, mate. Oh, we got a... What's that? Wi-Fi signal. Connection is unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try unplugging your router. Connection fairly good. Okay, all right. Let's come back. All right, so yeah, we got not a lot coming up. We got a protest next Saturday, I believe, in London. Bannerman, hello, mate. Did you get the link? How you doing? Hope you're good. If you didn't get the link, I'll post it in the chat now, mate. I'll post it in there now. Oh, yeah. There you go, mate. Hit that. Oh. Yeah, so we got a protest coming up on the 15th. I think another big one in London. I don't know how big it's going to be. Obviously, it's just before there's some restrictions lifted. Oh, I'm trying to get comfortable here. Did you get that link all right, Bannerman? Hopefully. I notice it says BMW in it. Huh. I did email it to you. Yeah. He's just typing it in. Right, the Bannerman's on his way. It's a bit quiet when you're talking to yourself. You know, I don't usually get like this. I don't usually get I'm sure it's going to cover the protest. Okay, yeah, we'll meet up, Chris. If you want, mate. Yeah, not a problem. We'll meet up. Right, here he is, the man himself, Bannerman. Okay, bring him in. Hello, hello.
Oh, good afternoon. Good evening. Where are we?
Yeah, good evening. Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm good. I've just been finishing off some stuff. I had to fetch my washing in. It were all wet. It dried. I didn't fetch it in time.
That's not good. That's not good. No, it's been a bit wet lately, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's quite warm where I am at the moment. Still got my coat.
Yeah, during the day, but at night it suddenly drops, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Is it raining down your way?
On and off. Yeah, sort of scattered showers all day. The other day it come down really heavy. Saves me watering the garden.
Just trying to get this chat to pop out now. I'm pretty new to you stream. Yeah, I don't know what we're on. Was it StreamYards?
No, yeah. Yard. Yeah, I kept losing. I cannot get it to work if I go on someone's stream on my iPad for some reason. It just glitches. So I have to use a laptop.
Right, I've got it now. Good evening, everybody in the chat. Thank you for your highs and hellos.
So what have you been up to? You been filming more, have you?
Yeah. Once you get past half a century, memory goes.
Yeah.
I went down Sheffield yesterday because there's a band called Jam for Freedom. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yep, I have. Do a lot of love and stuff, yeah.
The police went in to get them, didn't they, on the 24th of April in London. And they managed to, amongst the melee that happened, what the police incited, I would say, because I actually witnessed what went on. They were supposed to come to Sheffield on Tuesday, but it was rained off. It was too windy as well. So they decided to come on Wednesday. So I turned up on Wednesday for 2 o'clock, but they had a few problems. So they didn't get there till about 2 hours later, I believe. So I had to leave, or I would have got a bit of interview footage asking them what happened afterwards, because I couldn't actually get to the band with the police there.
Yeah.
They don't off everywhere else, didn't it?
Yeah.
No doubt I'll catch up with him another time. So that's one thing I was doing yesterday. And today I've been, I had an interview with Gypsy Auditor UK. Have you heard of him?
Yep. I know Gypsy, yeah.
Yeah, we had a little interview. I'm going to upload that after this live stream's ended, so that'll be interesting for people to see.
Yeah. Good. So quite busy then.
Yeah, I keep myself busy.
Yeah, like that, as you say, that Jam for Freedom. I don't know. I think there's quite a few people involved in that do music. But I see there's been a few interviews with them around the time of the, that London protest. Just referring to that time when chaos broke loose.
Yeah, I couldn't understand it all day. There were lots of people walking together in harmony and peace, and then at the end of the day in the park, when the numbers died down, that had to happen. And I think it's a shame that because the police are struggling as it is. They don't make it easy for themselves.
No.
But when somebody high up has decided to go in, to disturb the peace, because it was peaceful till they went in, I do see it as disturbing the peace. And it was a political statement from what's she called? Priti Patel.
Yeah.
She couldn't wait to get the images in the papers and start criticising people, when really it was their own officers and their own officers' decisions that created the problem.
Yeah, did you notice just before they moved in, there was groups of police, about 10 of them would just group up and stand around the edge of where the band was playing, or where the people are congregated, as, intimidation tactics possibly, as if, I caught a lot of that.
Yeah, I did notice the police were gathering and in groups of 3 and 4. And
Yeah.
they did say to me clearly that they're not planning on dispersing anybody, but somebody made a decision to just seize the equipment. So they must have known what was going on, but they didn't want to share the information, which is their privilege, I suppose. But yeah, it was a bit of a shock to me that they did that. And a shock to others.
I think you were with Chris Torrent Finder, and I showed him that tweet from the Met Police about, everyone should have been dispersed by, certain time and that. But no one in the crowd was told that at all. Any information like that.
No, according to a blue bib officer afterwards, after it all died down a bit, they said that the organisers were asked to stop playing the music or something. Now, it's my understanding. I mean, I don't know who organised it, but Official Voice, I believe, because I got a little bit of an interview with a young lady, and she said that she obviously liaised with the police and they managed to get the march going ahead. And it was just strange how they seemed to think that the band was part of the organisers, I think. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know enough about the organisation of it all. And wasn't it interesting about that red bus?
The one that was parked across the street down here at Holborn, or just round the corner from there.
Yeah, how odd was that?
I found that, odd as well. Yeah, but there was actually 2 marches going on, I believe, then that just sort of met up on Park Lane, because there was a different route planned by one group, which I think possibly, I'm not sure, definitely 100%, but it was Stand Up X possibly. They were supposed to go down Tottenham Court Road, but everyone just, the other group just got everyone to keep going straight.
Well, from what I could see, it was just one big long tailback of people, which I thought was very impressive, to be honest.
Yeah, there was a lot of people there.
Yeah. We're all peaceful as well, and it wouldn't be any other way, because I do find a majority of people are always peaceful at these things.
Yeah,
there are some, who tend to cause problems, but there's always going to be one, as they say.
You get that minority that 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night that will start trying to start trouble, etc. And the same with the police.
Yeah. What interests me is that the mainstream media won't come anywhere near it.
No.
Really, So basically, what the mainstream media are doing are suppressing the numbers of people that are actually getting aware of what's going on now.
Yeah.
I mean, anything to do with extending the lockdowns, the mainstream media would be all over it like a rash.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I believe people like myself and Chris and other people, Tyrant Finder, that when we highlight these events, they're there to highlight what's really going on, because the mainstream media won't cover it. So just recently, you might be aware, there's some people trying to discredit people. And if they do a good job of discrediting someone, it will make them feel like they're not going to go out and film these protests. But then who's going to do it then?
Yeah.
Who's going to know? But luckily for people like myself and other people, we're stronger than that. We can see through the rubbish, and we just carry on doing it. Because, like I say, it's for the people.
That's it. Just put it out there. So, what sort of made you? I mean, I've gone back through your channel. You've been uploading for about 3 years now. You were covering. I think we spoke on the phone the other night. It's like when I saw some of the fracking videos. What was it? Preston North Road or something? Preston North Road?
I can't remember. Preston Road.
PNR?
PNR. Yeah, Preston North Road, something like that.
Yeah.
I know where it is, but I can never remember the names.
That's going back quite a...
Yeah. Well, I go back further than that, really. I go back to Barton Moss as well, where the police, Greater Manchester Police, they had the TSG, and they were pushing people around, then. I witnessed some strange goings on. And I'll be honest with you, I've got a lot of archive footage that's never been uploaded to the internet. Because I've done a lot of recording for posterity. And I started in 2009, filming protests on the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so it goes, you're going back quite a bit. And obviously the quality has changed a bit since then, I believe. I would have thought. Yeah.
And it's interesting, even since 2009, the police have always seemed to have a problem in how to deal with people. How to keep the peace.
There's do you find the police, because we've been at both these protests at Bradford and at London, that the police were quite different the way they dealt with things? Because in Bradford they gave a sort of dispersal order, and everyone sort of went off after being kettled in. I think most people were kettled in on that hill, and they sort of dispersed everyone slowly. But yeah.
Well, the odd thing about the policing in Bradford and the policing in London, and then policing in different parts of the country like Liverpool and South Yorkshire, each force is a force unto themselves, should I say? Because South Yorkshire have been pretty decent recently, although they did make some bad judgments last year, I believe, but that's just my opinion. At the end of the day, if you're going to arrest somebody when there's quite a lot of people around and you know where they live, I don't think it's very rational to go and arrest someone in the middle of a crowd when you can just go to their house and arrest them at another time. Yeah. That's what happened in Sheffield last year. It was quite disturbing scenes, really. But since then, Sheffield and South Yorkshire Police, they seem to have got a lot better at policing these events. But going back to Bradford, some of them police officers, they don't listen, they don't reason. They just want to use the power of I believe and then inconvenience you and then issue tickets and let you fight them in court. There's no rationality with some of these police officers.
No, that's it. You get good one and bad ones, don't you?
I'm not anti-police, but I'm anti-police corruption. And I've witnessed it now. I have witnessed it.
Yeah. Yeah, same here. They actually mentioned that they was actually watching my live stream.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything wrong with watching live streams. At the end of the day, people are going to be breaking the law. They shouldn't be. But at the same time, if you're put in a situation where you end up breaking the law, sometimes you've got to think, well, the police, if they are provoking things, it's not necessarily you're intending to break the law. You're reacting to a situation what you believe is criminal in the first place. Yeah. And the police don't seem to recognise that.
No, that's it. So yeah, there's quite a varied things, quite a few varied videos you've got up. I'm going back to the protests again. I filmed a few years back, but never had the problems with the police that we're seeing these days. Never had any problems with them, really.
I've noticed a change in the way they say, if you're not happy, make a complaint. I hear that so many times now. It's almost like it's a badge of honour to get a complaint. That's how it comes across to me. They don't seem to care about complaints anymore.
No, that's it. But most of the time they would just sweep it under the carpet anyway, and we reprimanded them, and they just carry on.
I was speaking to an inspector the other day. I won't mention his name, but I may do it at some future stage. He put the phone down on me. You know, at the end of the day, you know, there's no rationale speaking to some of these people. At the end of the day, he said, if you're not happy, make a complaint. It's just all about complaints these days. You know what I mean? They don't
Yeah.
want to talk to you about rational things and reasonable thinking.
No, that's it. They don't. They don't. But that's policing these days, I suppose, isn't it? No.
Yeah, it just seems to have changed. Yeah.
Where we go? What have I got? I did write down a few questions, but I didn't really want to stick to them. I just wanted to sort of like keep it going, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you enjoy about? What do you prefer filming? You know, what do you enjoy about the filming and uploading?
Well, I've got a pretty diverse range of filming activities in my past. I started out as a photographer, became a wedding videographer, and then started filming protests. And I found them interesting. Then I built up the courage to start asking people questions. And I'm still learning how to ask the right question, should we say? Because sometimes I can be a bit naive, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm learning all the time. I look at people and ask people questions to help me understand what it is that's happening. So although some people might think my questions are a bit strange or I don't know, naive, it's helping me learn about things as well. And I don't believe everything that I hear. You know, a lot of
No.
it goes up here and I analyze it, and then who knows what I do with it after that 'cause I can't remember.
You said about doing wedding videos. It's like that's one of the most difficult ones to do because you've only got that day. Even doing photographs, you got that day, that time to get every photo. You know that you properly. You know you can't just go back the next day and get it again.
One take.
Yeah, one take, and obviously you're getting paid a lot of money for it, and you've got to take about 3 cameras with you and backup of everything.
Going back to my early days in 2001, I was being a photographer and a videographer. So I come up with this idea. Well, you can't take photographs during the ceremony, but you can take video. So I just basically stuck a video on a tripod. So it got me in a good position to take a photograph of the exchanging of the rings and things.
Yeah,
You know, although you weren't allowed to take many photographs, the video camera, I managed to record the vows.
yeah.
And I was offering that for free, you know, for booking me as a wedding photographer because that was like time and motion. I couldn't do anything, so I thought I'll just video record the vows. Stuck a radio mic on them, and yeah, sweet.
You could always take the frames of the video and turn them
And
into a picture as well, can't you?
yeah, yeah. Nowadays you can. The high definition wasn't really out at that time in 2001 for my.
Yeah,
What should I say?
yeah. Well, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I did start on digital cameras around about 2002.
Right.
So I moved away from film, although at the time film was better contrast. I think it still is today. You can get more contrast with film. But the thing you can do now with digital photography, it's amazing.
Yeah, you can manipulate it so much. I suppose it's a bit like DJs when they say playing music on vinyl, isn't it? That you get a certain sound to it.
Yeah.
You get that with 35mm film. It's all about how you, you know, how it's developed as well, isn't it?
Thing is, with digital, you don't need to develop it now, so it's really easy to manipulate in a Photoshop.
Yeah.
So you know, it makes it easier for people to be more creative now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really do much photography at this moment in time,
No.
but I do have some secret skills, shall we say, in photography.
Yeah. Yeah, I've learned quite a bit over the last couple of years. I was doing some clubs, etc., but I lost my passion for it, to be honest. So I'm thinking about getting rid of my camera. But there you go. We'll just stick to videoing and doing live streams.
Something else I've done as well is I got onto the indie scene for filmmaking, small documentaries, and you know, collaborating with other people, making small films. And
Yeah.
it's surprising how much you learn from meeting people, like-minded people, and putting your own time and effort into it. And it's a job satisfaction as well.
Yeah.
I met some really nice people.
Yeah, that's it. What do you dislike about filming at all? Do you anything you dislike?
Not particularly, no. From charging the batteries to editing it, I don't mind any of it.
Ah.
There's no real dislike to filming that I don't like, really.
Mm.
Yeah, I have a passion for it.
Go on, sorry.
I have a passion for it. You know, it's within me to a desire to film and to edit even. You know, I prefer to have someone who could do interviews and I just film them. That way, I do believe the right questions could be asked then, and not my questions.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get what you mean. There is something about filming it, and if you get it edited right and you upload it and you've watched through it and you think, right, yeah, I'm happy with that. There's a lot of sort of satisfaction, isn't there?
Yeah, I can make it easy for myself because over the time I've developed editing on the fly. So
Right.
that basically what that is you look for something, a shot, and you just get 5 or 6 seconds of it just for a cutaway.
Yeah.
5 minutes of something that's steady on a tripod can be a good reference point to cut to and from and use the audio for your cutaways. So you could have music playing in the background. As long as it's not copyrighted, of course. But
yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, I know what you mean. You can, get a bit of motion in some parts, and then just do lots of clips, and then you can put them together how you want.
Yeah, you could use a 2 or 3 minute audio clip from one take, and then chop to different scenes of about 5 or 6 seconds each.
Yeah.
So I'm always editing on the fly, me, as I go along, and then I tweak it a bit later on.
Is there anyone who inspires you? Any channels that inspire you at all?
As in on YouTube?
Yeah. Or anyone who does videos? Anyone who does videos in general?
Wow, I get so much enjoyment watching other people's work. I do pick up ideas from other people as well.
Yeah.
But to remember the channels that it's come from is part of the old age in me. I can't remember people's names. I remember ideas. But there's a lot of great YouTubers out there who've got some great ideas and who do great things as well.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's a lot of YouTubers that have got big followings and have got big budgets to spend as well. And obviously, they just keep growing and growing.
Yeah, I could do with a sponsor. Just someone to get me from a protest to a protest. So, I'm all right in Sheffield. I can look after myself in Sheffield that way.
Yeah.
But I'd love to be able to go further afield. I can sometimes stretch to Manchester. That's not too bad. But when it happens in London, that's quite a big chunk for me.
Yeah. Darren's put up a question in the chat there. How did you get your name like Bannerman?
Oh yeah. I can't speak American, right? They know the twang they've got, and because my last name is Banner, and the way they speak, hey Banner man, he didn't pronounce my R, and he always used to say Banner man. That was just how it came about, really. Banner man. So yeah, it's basically that simple. And I do get banned from shops as well, like Banner from the shop.
I was going to ask you that. Do you find that people react different to you if you've got phone or camera in your hand and you're recording?
So if I was to ask someone without a question without a camera, is that what you mean? How do I find them?
Yeah, I mean, whether it's like, especially say people who work in the court or the police, etc.
I must admit, I don't tend to be too fair on people when I approach them.
I have noticed that sometimes.
I get my question out when I'm halfway to them, so I'm asking them as I'm arriving, so it doesn't give me much chance to say anything else apart from consider the question.
Yeah,
and it doesn't work all the time. Some people, they don't want to answer, so I don't always push it. It's always a challenge. You never know what's going to happen, and you just don't know what's going to happen.
No, but at least you're there to document it.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
But yeah, I think the police act a lot quite differently, because they're being recorded. They will give, they will be more cautious about what they say.
Yeah, especially when they get to know you with a camera. So if they know that you are always with a camera, they kind of can see you come in, and they can always they're ready for you kind of thing.
Yeah.
What I do find odd is when police officers, for example, speak to a person holding a camera, do they not consider how they come across before they start interacting? Because I know there's some police officers that look back on their own interactions and said thank you to me for the footage because they've learned from it. Some
Yeah.
people don't realise how they come across. It's just the way it is.
That's it. Tyrant police love doxing me all the time.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Oh dear. It is, yeah. Get a lot of different reactions from different people, don't you? Especially,
yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering what the reactions would be like without the camera. You know, they'll probably tell you where to go half the time.
In all fairness, I think I've had, with police officers, majority of interactions, just speaking in general, me being nosy, because I'm a bit of a nosy person like that, they do tend to tell me more off camera than on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. And same with anybody, because at the end of the day, you've got to be careful what you say when there's a camera around, you know, and things can be twisted as well. You know, things can be edited to make something look like it isn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
context sometimes needs to be there, and sometimes I've cut out the context because it wasn't about the context of what the recording was about. It was about what was actually happening. And although the bigger context might be missing, it wouldn't have changed anything. So if a bad situation developed and it looks bad on camera with cutaways or little bits, it's because it's a shortened version to how it was.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people like looking at videos when it says 20 minutes long and 30 minutes long.
No, yeah, you find that, especially on YouTube. I think you get your best videos for about 10, 15 minutes, I believe, something like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I think 10-minute videos are a good length of time for people to look at and get to the end of.
To stay tuned to it.
Yeah, it can stop people even watching the beginning because it's too long.
Yeah. Is that what I think what are you doing now? You're doing sort of 15, maybe 20 minutes, some of your videos now. Is that just because of the amount of content that's there?
I will put out an hour video because it's also for posterity. So a lot of what I do is to show what happened on the day. So like, for instance, London, it might be an hour long. There might not be much happening apart from peace, love and humanity.
Yeah.
But it's for posterity because in the future, it's a new history being made.
Yeah.
So yeah, and if there's anything that can be cut down for a shortened version, I may do that sometimes.
Yeah, when I do live streams, I just film all day, and it sometimes ends up being 9 hours. And sometimes, well, most of the time, I'll go back and get the best parts and just make a 45-minute highlight video of the day. But I'm getting used to my editing skills. They're getting slightly better. I do find that a laborious job, especially when you've got a sort of a slowish computer.
Yeah, well, I find that, you know, anything that I don't know how to do something, what I'll do is sometimes go on YouTube and search for a way to do something. But I'm talking about the technical side of things for something really complex. YouTube's a great place for learning.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
As long as the computer goes fast enough to do it.
I noticed Hedden Enterprises is he's been documented since 2000, and that's 20 years. And a lot can change in 20 years with the landscape and things, and the way society is as well.
Yeah, I think he does a lot of buildings and that on time lapse.
Yeah.
I was on do time lapse. I'll do a few time lapse videos, but it's so you've got to sit there for so long doing nothing to get such a short amount of film. But it is quite rewarding. What you get.
Yeah, I've never tried it myself, time lapse, but yeah, I do like time lapse.
Yeah, I've done a few. I've done one up years ago up the top of the Shard, going from daylight to nighttime. It took about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours for like probably not even a 5-minute video. It was probably 3.5, 4 minutes.
I'm just not multitasking. 1 second, a second.
Yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, Chris says he's taken 2 years to do a time lapse so far to complete. Christ.
2 years, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Gosh.
What else have we got? What advice would you give to people about starting to upload videos on YouTube at all?
Oh, wow. Advice to loud. Oh, gosh. I've never been asked that question. And I wouldn't answer it. Obviously, shorter videos can be get more attention. And also, something that's happening in the video, if something's too slow to happen, people can switch off. So, although I don't always do it myself, if you keep it action and keep something changing all the time, even if it's changing camera angles and changing scenes and shots, even shots to music can be a really great way of adding to the visual experience, and it can make something emotional as well, choosing the right music. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really know how to answer that apart from what they call it, flag it. Is that the word?
Yeah, that's could be a good one. Yeah. At least get yourself a reasonable camera, isn't it?
Yeah, same with the video cameras. I do believe you can get some great footage with these mobile phones these days. Yeah. And you don't have the best equipment. It's all about framing as well. And the lighting, as long as you get the exposure good and the sound quality, they're all great factors for keeping people, listening. I mean, I've done it myself with a live stream camera. It's very choppy, the footage, so it's not right easy to watch. And then the wind's blowing over the mic, and that's off-putting to the ears. So, yeah, it can work out expensive to get the sound equipment, to get decent quality audio. But a cheap camera with good eye for framing can make some good quality content.
Also, it's goes back to a bit of photography, I suppose. If you've got any photography knowledge, is using the sun and daylight to your advantage. Don't go filming into the sun. If you're filming a subject, etc.
Yeah, unless you got the sun in mind for creating a bit of creativity, like the silhouette or something.
Yeah,
the silhouettes can look really good sometimes.
Just looking to see. Right. All right. Any interests or hobbies that we don't know about that you've got?
Well,
a lot of time to do anything else, do you? Or
I do like filmmaking. That is one of my hobbies as well and passions.
Mm.
Other than that, in these past 12 months, I haven't really had a chance to do much. So I do have hobbies. I've forgotten about them right now. I've been so busy with with the content that's happening on the streets these days. Because I think it's important that we document these things.
Yeah. I mean, how would you feel if suddenly YouTube disappeared and all your content vanished? Have you got it backed up at all? Because I haven't got any of mine really stored.
Yeah, I've got it backed up, and 2 locations as well. Right. You just never know when the police decide to move in and confiscate your equipment because of some trumped up charge.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, even if my YouTube channel went down, I've got a copy of all the videos. I think there's 1 or 2 that I haven't, but they're not really that important as such. All the videos I do believe they're part of posterity. So in the future, if they're still around, people hopefully can look back on them along with everybody else who's done this, and see where it went wrong. Yeah, because I do believe it'll highlight a lot. I mean, like the Jews, for instance, they only thought they were going for a shower, didn't they? And if cameras had been around in those days, we'd have probably learned a lot more, a lot quicker by now.
Yeah. Definitely. There's a lot of things that have happened in history that, and the technology with the cameras have come along so much over the last 10 years.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the quality is just amazing these days, and 4K. You know something? If I had a 4K camera, I'd be in my element, because I could then take a shot in 4K and then get it into the editing line. And this is a little tip for anybody who does editing. If you drop a 4K video onto a 1920 1080p timeline, you can zoom right in and still keep the 1920 1080p quality HD.
Right.
And 4K gives you like 2 camera angles in the same shot, so you can create a zoom shot and a wide shot from the same. As long as you drop it onto a small timeline, and the timeline, if you're editing in 4K, then you're going to keep 4K. If you zoom in on 4K on a 4K timeline, you're technically just zooming in and digitally making it pixely. But if you drop the 4K on a 1920 timeline, then you've got the original footage to zoom in on and keep the quality.
Yeah.
So yeah, all money though, isn't it?
Yeah, well, there's phones out there that can do it. I've turned out some quite good 4K footage on my phone, to be honest. But editing it on the laptop, it just takes forever. And YouTube takes about 3 or 4 days to upscale it from 1080p to 4K.
So say that again, sorry.
YouTube, if you upload a video in 4K, it will go up. It will say it's up and it's processing and then it's uploaded. You can only watch it in 1080p for the first 2 or 3 days, and then it will render up to 4K eventually. But it takes days to do, which can be frustrating when you put the title in as 4K.
Yeah, it's very power hungry on your computer. You need a good computer. Yeah. And also 4K, it also gets re-encoded as well, so it loses a little bit more quality, but it's still good quality 4K if you've got good 4K.
Yeah, I do like it. I like. I mean, if I could, like, especially like 60 frames a second as well, I just do that all the time as much as I can. Apart from when I'm live streaming at protests, because I have so much problem with signal drop, and especially in London with the amount of people in one area. I think I should just ditch doing the live stream then and just record it and then upload it later on.
Yeah, I've noticed that with a lot of people using the bandwidth with their own mobile phone live streams, because obviously when something kicks off, everybody starts using it then, don't they?
Yeah. It's just like that cell for the network can't, handle the amount of traffic.
Yeah, there's something called network bonding. I forget what it's called exactly. It slipped my mind. And Chris, he's got a great piece of kit for live streaming, and if he adds another data card to it, he'll be able to get a much higher quality again. And expensive though.
Is very expensive. It's called a Live View.
Yeah, cellular bonding it's called.
Yeah, you can put multiple SIM cards in it and a Wi-Fi connection and even Ethernet if you need to. And it uses a bit of each network at the same time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And gives you a smooth upload, yeah.
I think Chris was telling me, Tyrant Finder was telling me at London that he only has one SIM card at the moment. But that's a good quality from his streaming platform. But he did say that he's thinking about getting another one on as well, I think, if I remember rightly. But it's more expensive again, more data. You have to, it's not cheap these days, but he's got a good system, and it would rival any BBC outside broadcast once he's got that up and running with a second SIM.
Yeah, especially if you're live.
It does now, Yeah,
especially if you're live. Yeah. But they, like I say, they are expensive. You can get, I think someone was talking about the other night about a little Raspberry Pi unit. You can get to do the same sort of thing with a bit of programming. But yeah, I've come across a couple of different makes, to be honest, out there. That I'll be looking into, but obviously maybe one day, maybe.
Yeah, and prices they're always going to come down shortly anyway. Well, I believe so anyway.
Yeah.
People can't afford to buy these things, and they have to reduce the price, won't they?
Yeah, and you've got to power this. It's another unit to power as well.
Mm.
You know, you got your camera and everything else. There's a new There's a new Sony camera out with a phone as well that does it all in one. But obviously, it doesn't do the network bonding. It's only using one network.
Yeah. So, Gypsy, Danny, if you're still in the chat, your video's uploaded now.
What else was there? You've just hit 10k subs recently as well, haven't you?
Yeah. I didn't realise it had gone up to 10k. Yeah, I don't believe I've got 10k actually following me. I do believe it might be about 10 to 20%.
Yeah.
And I've got a mixture of people who follow me. Some people for protests, some people for audits, and then some people like a bit of both.
Yeah.
Although I did want to try some auditing earlier on last year, but it never really came off like I thought it would. I don't consider myself an auditor, but sometimes I get myself in a situation and it'll turn into an audit. You know, so I don't go out on a daily basis trying to audit places, although it does enter my mind sometimes, and if I'm bored, I probably will.
It's like I say, I've got a feeling like some of these protests might sort of fizzle out soon.
Yeah.
You know, especially when all the lockdown restrictions are lifted.
Yeah, I'm wondering when the next lockdown is going to happen, though, because I do believe it's going to be another one. And I also understand that due to a tabletop exercise, and this has come from a government website, they do tabletop exercises. They claim 60 to 70% of the people who have had the thingamablingy, that they'll end up part of the problem that's being highlighted in the news again. So that seems a bit weird to me, that those people who have had that thingamajingy will end up quite a majority of people in the next lockdown who's potentially suffering.
Yeah, well, we'll see how things go. You know, looks like the numbers are going down at the moment. So
yeah, and they have to go down, or else they won't be able to release everybody, shall we say, from is it Open Prison UK?
Right. Everyone will be stuck on the M25 again.
Yeah. Some of them gantries are a bit reinforced, aren't they? I visit some soldiers on top of them gantries with guns sometimes.
Yeah,
the cars going underneath.
Yeah, just a bit. They're a bit overkill, aren't
they? Yeah.
Yeah. Or as soon as everything's lifted, everyone will be going on holiday again, and then there'll be another. You know, you can't come back in from this country on this date, and everyone will have to rush home and complain again.
Yeah, that's interesting, that, because if you're a freight driver, it's my understanding, if you're a goods driver, you don't need to take any tests when you're crossing the channel. I don't know, I could be wrong, but if you're actually a tourist, you do.
I think they've changed it now. I was travelling somewhere. I think it was Bradford actually, driving to, and it said any lorry drivers, you know, anyone driving to continent must have and they had a COVID testing site on one of motorway services, I think. They just pull in and just off you go.
This was an example I've used from April. So, and I think, how genuine that source was, I don't know, but they made something of it, should I say, like it was something.
Yeah.
You know, time will tell. I do believe a lot of people start to find Britain again, should we say? You know, going abroad might not be an option for some people. You know, they might want to just travel up and down the UK, and there's some beautiful places in the UK.
Definitely, yeah. Well, I've never had a passport, so I won't be going abroad.
Yeah, I got a passport in 2011, I think, and for the first time I went out of the country at the age of 40 odd, and I went on a motorbike to south of France. Ended up riding over to Switzerland as well.
Yeah,
wow, amazing. Yeah, fuel were expensive in Switzerland. I didn't fill up properly. I filled up in Switzerland before I came back to France.
Yeah,
well, you learn the hard way, don't you?
Yeah, I think that's it. With the exchange rate and everything.
Great roads out there, though. Yeah, nice scenery. Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about the Scotland 500, the Great North 500, I think, isn't it? All around the coast of Scotland.
I had been up to the top of Scotland when I was 14 or 15. My mum had a touring caravan, and we went on the top coast. Palm trees, white sand, blue ocean. I would never have believed it. Yeah.
No. Jesus.
White sand and blue ocean. Very desolate though, nothing around. Not even petrol stations.
70-mile-an-hour winds and hurricane, and rain.
Yeah. Back in those days, I think it was 70s, these petrol stations were further apart then.
Yeah.
I remember my dad asking someone, do you know where the nearest petrol station is? 50 miles, I think they said, that way. He had enough to get there, but he knew he had to fill up the tank when he was travelling that way.
Of course, cars them days didn't go for, the miles per gallon wasn't that good either, was it?
I can't remember. And he had a Zephyr. Was it Zephyr Flying Pig? They called it Zephyr 6 or something. Or Zephyr, some kind of Zephyr. Yeah.
Yeah, you are going, mate. You're a little bit before me. I think I started off with a Mark 5 Cortina.
Oh, I remember them. Yeah.
That was my first car.
My first car was a Reliant Robin.
Yeah, good car.
Yeah. 4 people in, 35 mile an hour around the corner. It went onto 2 wheels slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to be careful on corners.
Never get rusty.
No. Yeah, it was good fun. Yeah.
I've seen them banger race them, and when they tip over, you just put their arm out and push themselves back over.
That's interesting. Banger racing. I went there in about 5 or 6 years ago. That's an interesting thing when you've never been before.
I used to follow it quite a bit, but I got bored of standing out in the rain and cold.
Yeah, it's not nice, is it? Same as football. I would put off football when I was about 9 or 10. My dad, I was cold. He got me a potato pie, and I just remember shivering behind the goalie's net. My dad was well into football, Accrington Stanley at the time, and I was just eating a hot pie. I couldn't really eat it because it was too hot, and I was just shivering, and that put me off football for life.
Right.
Yeah.
At least with football, when you go to a football match, you're only there for the 90 minutes. There was a big banger racing event at Arena Essex. God rest his soul now, he's gone. It was called Firecracker, and they'd done it every year around November the 5th and had a firework display afterwards. And there was people coming from all over Europe to race. It was like the World Banger Racing Finals, basically. And there's some real good footage on YouTube. Well, there's some footage on YouTube, okay? Bearing in mind this is going back a while, so the quality is a bit, suspect. But there was absolutely mental. Some of them drivers, you get 10 cars just going in one after another, doing 60, 70 miles an hour. They're just fearless. They're just, I don't know. I suppose the adrenaline gets going, and they just turn into a different beast.
Yeah.
Probably like when a policeman puts a uniform on.
Yeah, they do tend to change a little bit when they got a uniform on. That's my experience as well. And again, change again with the camera.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, like I say, yeah. I've dusted off my GoPro actually recently, and I've started using that, and I'm quite fond of it now, because I was never a fan of it before, but it's a good sort of discreet little camera that you could just clip on your top pocket and have there filming, instead of a great big phone or camera in front of everyone. Well, everyone can see.
Yeah, I've got one of those as well, but I don't use it much now. But I have used it. What mine does, it tends to stop recording part way through, which is helpful. So I'm not sure if I need a new memory card for it though. But yeah, it's quite handy. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the maker and brand on the memory card, and to be honest as well, went through a little bit.
Yeah. Put that to one side for now.
There's a lot of fake memory cards going around, so only buy them from reputable shops. I only buy mainly my memory cards from Argos, to be honest. And Samsung ones are pretty good.
Yeah, I tend to use the SanDisk ones.
Yeah.
I found them reliable.
Yeah. Actually, I've got a 200 gig SanDisk one. Yeah. I put in a GoPro, and at 1080p, 60 frames, you can get 7 hours recording out of it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, obviously the battery won't last that long.
No, yeah, they're pretty cheap though, the batteries, aren't they?
Yeah, well, are they £25-30? I think, something like that.
I think I got mine for about £15 quite a bit ago from Jessup, even, and I thought that was from Jessup's. Yeah,
I'll just use an external power bank and plug it into it. Well, they do get warm sometimes. They do get quite warm.
Yeah, I've never tried that. You just have to take the outer casing off, don't you?
Yeah, there's just a side door. Well, I've got a Hero 7.
Oh, it's different. I've got one of them old silver Hero 4, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the Hero 7, which has got a side door that's waterproof. And I need to do some more underwater footage of my koi fish in the pond.
Yeah, it's a great idea to have the ability to go underwater, because although you wouldn't use that kind of shot much, it is interesting to get shots like that underwater.
Yeah, I did. I might actually. That's already uploaded in. I think I've done it in 4K as well. It's already uploaded. I might actually let that out to the public soon and let you have a look. But the trouble is, the water was clear when I put the camera in, and you disturb things, and obviously then you've got a lot of dirt floating around. Because koi are one of the dirtiest fish to keep.
Yeah, I should get practicing with mine underwater. I'm pretty sure if you get it on the end of a pole as well, you can reach right out, can't you? And do like a jig shot, crane shot, lifting the pole up slowly into the water and out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you could go right out and then sort of just come down into the water. So yeah, you'll be able to get some good effects. And of course, with living in England, it's waterproof, so it doesn't. If it rains, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
As long as you got to have the doors on it closed though, so you can't put an external charger on. You can only run off the internal battery. You've got to close up the door and have it sort of sealed up. But I'll get some more footage with that.
Have you got any plans yourself this weekend?
This weekend, no, none at all. Got some things coming up. I will try to get to the protest in London on Saturday, on the 15th. I'll do that. And then I'm scheduled to go up north, let's just say, to a location for a few days. I might be able to get a bit of footage up there. So that'd be different. It's just a sort of like a bit of time away. I don't think there's anything happening. But I'll go up there, and while I'm out and about, I'll grab some little snaps, 5-minute videos, like you say, and I'll probably put them all together and upload that. I might even do a live stream up there.
Yeah. If you can get a signal, depending on where north you're going.
Yeah, I'm in a main city, so the signal should be good. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I haven't got much planned myself. I'll probably stay local.
Yeah. I want to try do this sort of thing on a regular basis. I used to do this sort of thing, StreamYards, on a Sunday evening. You used to have a good laugh, and now I want to try and get some people like yourself on, some other YouTubers on. I've got a couple of people lined up who will remain anonymous for the moment. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't go anywhere, then it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people out there doing content now on YouTube. I mean, this lockdown, people not being able to get out, it's a great way of communicating with people and meeting new friends as well. And there's so much out there, you can't get through it all. You know what I mean? Because you've got your personal life as well, Yeah. It's hard to keep up. Well, that's how I find things anyway.
I done a live stream from a car meet a few weeks ago, and that turned out quite a good success. Quite a few people were interested in that, but obviously that's another thing where you've got people on the live stream doing things in cars which are breaking the law and showing number plates. So immediately after the live stream, I made it private and then edited bits of it that I wanted, or actually I went through I got most of it that I wanted, and then having to blank out number plates like virtually frame by frame. It's like, that was like, it took me 3 hours. But
yeah, it's an easy process when you learn how to do it enough times. But when you're learning it, for instance, it can be a slow process.
Yeah, it was the first time I've done it.
I don't like learning out.
So
I found something about that, yeah.
The first time I've done it, and YouTube was supposed to be tracking the number plate, and then if someone walks across in front of that number plate, it would just follow the person and not cover the plate again.
Yeah. Well, when I tend to blur a number plate out, I'll do it manually. I'll program all the keyframes so it follows whatever happens. I think YouTube, it's got its own way of doing it, but it's not always 100%, is it?
No, definitely not. No, definitely not. But like I say, I haven't got like any proper editing software. I use bloody iMovie to edit. So
I'm not a bad little program, that.
Yeah, I'm getting used to it. I mean, I've done something about the bus journey and wearing a mask, and I could actually put in, I got used to it and was talking over and put in a picture frame and that. Yeah, so I'm getting there.
I think there's a setting inside. It's like an automatic generation of like a trailer. Have you seen that setting in iMovie? You can generate trailers, and all you do, like a template, you just drop video clips into the template spaces, and it puts music, it puts words. You can change the words and descriptions.
Yeah,
and it makes a little trailer.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah,
great feature is that.
Yeah, some of the DJI stuff as well is not bad, because you can make a feature like thing out of what you've recorded on that. If you use a DJI app, which I don't because it won't record in 4K, it will only do 1080p. But that's another thing I want to gain. I want to get using more as well. Is use that app, and because you can get some good built into the software is some good little bits, to manipulate your filming and everything.
I've never tried that. Yeah, I tend to stick to what I know. I've never tried that myself.
Yeah, there's some other little tricks that I've learned. I mean, but I've never perfected them through. I've got the ideas. I've got a lot of visions, and I know how to do quite a few things, but I just need a bit fine tuning to make it look more realistic. As well, I can, if I do a few things, I will get some editing going, and hopefully it will work out. Because it's all right to capture it, but to get it edited all together how you want it is quite difficult sometimes to make it look smooth.
Yeah, everything's a challenge, but you keep persevering. The more times you do it, the easier it becomes. Sometimes I struggle to edit some things, and then it just clicks.
Yeah.
How did you get your name, LCE, London City Events?
Okay, well, if you look back on the channel, I did have. There is another channel that I did have, but I lost the password to it. This was when Google owned YouTube. Yeah, so I'm going back. God, over 10 years ago. And I used to go film. I used to go out at nightclubs a lot around different events around the UK. You'd do filming and put them up on YouTube. Weren't really a problem with music copyrights then, but obviously I stopped doing that and I lost the password to the account. Videos are still up there in terrible quality, like 240p. But then I started this channel up. And I was a videographer for a group called, and still am, for a group called Bioshock in London. And then I just done my own bits of video while I was out here and there, in and around London. So I thought, I need a name change instead of my name. A lot of people call me CT.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought London CT Events London City events, that'll do, because I do a lot of event filming. I did go off the filming because of the music copyrights and started doing photography.
Oh yeah.
When there was one event, I was at an event for 15 hours and nearly done. I uploaded about 700 photos. So you can imagine how many photos I dumped that I didn't upload. Yeah. But that's
digital photography. You know, sometimes you can take so many photos and it's hard to even delete one.
Yeah.
Well, I struggle deleting any photos, me.
I did enjoy that, and because you're at night in a club, I found that I got a Canon Speed Flash, which is a real good flash, and I feel like if I do a burst of like 5 photos to take one, because if you take one photo, someone's not looking or whatever, but if you do burst of 5, you've got more chance of getting one decent photo.
Yeah. When I take 2 pictures, for example, I think I've lost your sound. Hang on a minute.
I'm still here.
All right. Bear with me a second.
Yeah, no worries.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm back again.
Right. Yeah, no, we can still hear you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When I've taken a wedding photo in the past, for instance, of a group of people, or even just 2 or 3 people, you know, 2 minimum photos, 3 maximum I used to take, and sometimes the eyes were blinked, you know, shut. So what I would do, I wouldn't tell them this, but I'd take the head off another picture, the same person, and put it on the picture where everybody's eyes were open but one.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't tell them I've done that.
No.
And they didn't notice it.
No, that's it. Yeah.
You know, but you know these things you can do, and it's great digital photography. That, you know, and taking 5 photographs, you know, it's a great thing to do. You know, especially digital, because you've got more space than you need really on a memory card. So better to be safe than sorry.
Oh, what you said about how I got my name with London City events, they're also coming up. I have got a lot of tickets to a lot of music events coming up. But what I will do, if I can live stream, I might live stream from there. Obviously, I know about the music copyrights, etc. So I will just make it private afterwards. Or delete it. Or I might even film some and upload it as a premiere, because then they can't go through the. I don't know if it will avoid the music copyrights that way.
I don't know. I've heard a rumor that even if you set something to private, YouTube and stuff access it and check it with the systems, because it's all automatic these days, isn't it? I don't know. I could be wrong. So
I have. There's been a couple of live streams I've done. I think the last live stream, I actually started another live stream after, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't make the last one private, and I did. And yeah, I did get an email about some bit of music, but I was more concerned about what people were saying. Yeah, we both had that one, and I didn't get anything. And so I was like, oh, I'll make it public. And then I got another warning about the music copyright. So I think when it was private, it was sort of hidden. I think. I will check them out.
I'm not sure myself. I just heard that, you know, they can access these things and do weird things. But yeah, I could be wrong, but that's just rumours I've heard.
I might try that. I might actually do a little bit of video because I've got a track that's been produced, and play that in the background and see if it comes up with a copyright strike, because I'll go straight back to them and say, hold on a minute, I own that music and it hasn't been released. So,
yeah. I mean, you could do it as a test. Just record some, you know, a song that's copyrighted, set it to private or unlisted, whichever, and then just see if YouTube puts like a little claim on it. You know, for instance, copyright. I don't think they give strikes for copyright strikes with music, do they? They just kind of warn about it.
Yeah, it's just a warning, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, you get a strike for certain things that are said.
Yeah.
But they're restricting it more. So I think they're just making it more difficult. I think what was somebody saying the other month or something? They change their terms and conditions monthly. So what you think you can do and upload, so you go through their terms and they change their terms and conditions monthly, and you find that there's something else, changed that you can't do.
Yeah,
but
they're always changing things, and it's hard to keep up with it because there's so much to keep up with, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, which is difficult for people who are out there trying to create content or show real life and what is happening in the world.
Yeah, and the thing is about anybody who gives you a contract, even if it's for a bank loan or anything. If you don't agree to the terms, you won't get whatever contract it is. You won't get any loan. You won't be able to use YouTube. You have to consent. So they've got people where they want them, really, haven't they?
Yeah, it is. As we say, it's Google, isn't it? The big power of Google that now owns YouTube.
Mm. Yeah, there will become a time, I do believe, when it does go down, as they say, and I think a lot of people struggle, especially those people who need a mobile phone, not through necessity, but through habit. Because I know some people, when they haven't got a phone, it does their head in. They don't know what to do with themselves. If they can't get on the internet, they have a meltdown.
Yeah,
I'm reliant on this technology now.
To be honest, a few years back, yes, that would be me. To be honest, it was like, oh no, it's like, because it's like your doorway or gateway to the world, isn't it? And that door's shut and locked, and you think, what do I do now?
Mm.
Well, I can't even phone my mate because it's not a case of remembering their 6-digit home phone number from years ago. You've got to remember 11-digit mobile number.
Yeah. Yes, testing times ahead, and it will get worse. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm very interested to see what it's all going to lead to, and some parts of me wants it to hurry up because I know it's coming, and I want to see it in my lifetime. I want to be a part of it.
Get it over and done with.
Well, it might be the end of me, but I do believe something big's going to come eventually. The writing's on the wall, as they say.
Yeah.
And they've been speaking about it for a long time.
Well, have you got any kids yourself?
Yeah, 5.
Oh, you got 5?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
You won ahead of me then.
Depending on who I'm speaking to, they won't believe me. I won't mention any names, but some people are just naive themselves.
Yeah.
I've got obsession with carrier bags.
I've got 3 girls and a boy. The youngest is let's say 21.
Yeah. My old 33.
And the oldest is getting on 30s. It makes me feel old.
Yeah, I don't feel any older than I used to. Every now and again, I feel a bit old, but most days, apart from the pains and the tribulations as we have to go through in life as we get older, we learn to tolerate it.
Yeah,
and tolerating is something. It's an art form. Tolerate something. Put your mind over matter, and it can ease things.
There's a lot of stresses on people through this lockdown since just a year ago, especially with mental health. And the NHS just isn't there to, support them enough. And that's a real difficult area as well for people,
And there's a backlog now, isn't there? Technically, a year's worth.
Yeah. Well, as people that are, and I know this for a fact, the people that need the help for mental health need it there and then, almost within a week. They can't go waiting because they'll just spiral down and out of control. And I've learned a lot over the last few months, put it that way.
Yeah. I think a lot of people have woken up over the last few months, but a lot of people don't want to do much about it at this moment in time because they're looking for leaders, I believe. Because they're not much of they don't want to stick their head above the parapet because I think they know that when you do, it gets targeted, you know,
Yeah.
and that's stopping a lot of people coming forward, I think. But I think it will just be a matter of time now. This year is going to be an interesting year, especially if they do bring in that new lockdown round about winter time, autumn.
You believe that? You think that's coming? Yeah.
Yeah, I do. There's no reason why it won't be coming, because if you have the jibby jabby, as they call it, it doesn't stop you catching it. It doesn't stop you spreading it.
No.
It
No.
just and the mask, what that does, it just reduces your snot flying out your mouth when on your nose when you cough, which is what a sleeve usually does. When
Yeah.
people cough and sneeze, they usually put their hand up. Same thing.
It restricts my breathing, and I notice that when I take a mask off, I've got a lot of moisture around my nose and mouth.
Yeah.
And when you've got asthma, it's not good when you're breathing out carbon dioxide and you're breathing it back in. I had a little bit of a run-in with a bus driver the other day, and I said, I said, "Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, I took my mask off, but I'm exempt," and showed me an inhaler. And she goes, "Well, anyone can get older than I am. You need to have a exemption certificate from your doctor." And I was like, "They won't produce one, and I'm not arguing with you. Okay, I'll put the mask back on." Anyway, I phoned up the bus company and I emailed them, got in touch with them, and I didn't have a response. So I phoned them up, and immediately, straight away, the lady on the phone was really apologetic, as in saying, "Yeah, okay, you shouldn't have to justify why you're exempt, and you don't have to produce a certificate of any kind." And I think in one of my previous videos, I put up a snapshot of a doctor's surgery saying, "We do not have to legally provide an exemption certificate for anyone, or we won't." And even on a government website, there's a part in there saying you do not have to show any signs of exemption. I mean, holding up an inhaler would surely be enough, wouldn't it?
Well, I've just found out at the doctor's. I've just registered as a new doctor today. Last week, sorry. And if you don't provide a telephone number, you're going to struggle getting any appointments. You're going to struggle with a lot of things. So it seems like they want everybody to be on a mobile phone or a telephone landline. They won't send out letters anymore, is what the receptionist said to me. But after querying it and questioning it, I didn't do it on camera. They did say, "Well, we'll be able to work something out." But first, they were pushing, "You need a telephone number. Can you not borrow one?" Because I need to go through this some kind of triage or a test or something before I get registered with this new doctor.
Yeah.
They want to test for things like COVID and things like that.
Right.
That's what their protocol is. So, it's hard now to even go to doctors. And even the doctor's surgery had an intercom with a camera, and it had a hatch been cut out in the wall. It even had bars put over it and a plastic perspex. Bars. The bars were just taking mickey,
I suppose I'm quite lucky that our surgery has got something called an e-consult on their website. So you basically just put your details in, name, address, date of birth, etc. What's your problem? What do you want? I want another sick note, or I run out of this medication, blah blah blah, or whatever. And usually they respond within a day or two. It's quite good. I haven't even got to see them.
That's good. Yeah.
They'll send the prescription straight to my chemist, and okay, yeah, that's sent. Okay, phone up the chemist in a few hours. Is it there? Yeah, go up there and collect it. So they're doing quite well.
Good. Yeah. Well, everything's at a stretch now, but see what happens. Next couple of months are going to be interesting when we all. Is it till June, July? Is it? I can't remember. June or July when the final day of lockdown is.
I can't remember, but I believe on the 17th of May, you can go inside venues then. Hospitality. I don't know about food. I don't know about food inside, but I think it's 17th. Because I've got a table booked on the 18th. So, well, someone's got a table booked somewhere on the 18th. So, that should be
track and trace.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't mind doing that. That's not a problem. I don't mind doing that.
Even Burger King told me this. It don't matter what you put down on the details, as long as you give us something. And they said, I don't care if you put Mickey Mouse down. Just give me something, because I can't question you.
No, no.
Like, you can't, make you wear one if you say you're exempt.
There was where they were doing that in a certain pub where I went to, and somebody put down, and I can't remember who his name was. It was an old famous actor's name who's been dead for 10 years. But obviously the person working there didn't know that, or didn't know who the actor was.
Yeah, I do believe a lot of people are lying on this track and trace as well. And you don't even need to give them a telephone number, especially when you turn around and say, I haven't got one, I've got an email address. Then you've got the option to tell them the truth or lie, depending on what some people do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, these systems, they seem to be in place for 1 week, and then the next week they're retracted.
To be honest, I like communicating through email, because if someone phones you up, you might be in the middle of doing something. You might be just going out to the shop or preparing a meal or something. But if someone fires you over an email, you can answer it when you want. Yeah,
that's true, and you've got a good record of it as well.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all traceable. Yeah.
All my interactions to do with any problems I've ever had, I've got handwritten paperwork where really I shouldn't do that. I should type it up on computer. It's neater.
Yeah.
And it's all stored in files, here, there, and everywhere. And you'd think, how do you know where everything is? But it's amazing. If you're having to deal with something often, you tend to develop this filing system in your head, even though it's everywhere and messy.
I've got a filing system. It's called Record the Conversation. If I'm phoning someone important, and I will tell them, because you get that automated message saying, this is recorded for training and quality purposes. I said, yeah, I'm recording this as well for training and quality purposes, just in case, so I can prove what you've said. And then if I need to, I'll just create a folder on my OneDrive account and just upload it to that. I'll just keep it there.
I don't trust OneDrive or anything like that. I prefer the hard drive, the second option as well.
Yeah.
Because physical, if anything that happens on the cloud, they say you've got a backup, but also they have access to your data as well. They wouldn't tell you that,
No.
But it's all there. Not that anybody would hide anything up there that was suspicious anyway, but you know what I mean?
But yeah, you're right. Yeah, the cloud could all of a sudden, there has been cases of certain things going down and all the information lost, isn't there?
Can happen, yeah. Even on a hard drive at home. That's why OneDrive, you might think it's reliable, but it's not. You need two really to be sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a little solid state drive that I can back up. I'll back up videos and that too, but maybe I should start using it to, maybe I'll need to get I've got we've got Virgin Media here, and I think I've got the facilities to plug in a hard drive to the router modem and have a network. So, you can just drag and drop files onto that. I might look into that. Like a NAS server or something like that, a NAS.
Oh, yeah. I'm not familiar with all these different things.
No, yeah. Be able to tap into it virtually and just download stuff.
Yeah. Handy to have. Are you up to much tonight?
No, having a couple of drinks. Got an early one. Got dentist in the morning again. Taking my daughter off to see her boyfriend for the weekend. So I've got the lovely Bear to look after, which is her dog. If you don't know, he's a cross between a American Husky and an Akita.
Nikita, what's that?
An Akita.
Akita?
Yeah.
I don't know what that one is. I've seen a Husky.
Yeah, he's a cross in between. So I'm sure I'll be out. I'll rephrase that. I'm sure he'll be out walking me. He's getting there. He's learning. He's only 2. He's learning.
Nice one.
So I might do a funny video. Do a live stream, and it's just when he sees other dogs, he goes a bit mental.
Yeah, I've got a neighbour's dog, and it's weird. It's like we have a relationship, me and the dog. A bit weird saying that, I know, but every time I go out, it's there looking at me, and it follows me up and down the fence. You know what I mean? And even when I car and drive out at drive and then turn up the road, it walks round the side and watches the car drive away. It's really weird. It's like we have a connection, but we can't get towards each other because of this fence, like, you know. Yeah, I mean, animals are nice. I like animals, but I wouldn't have one myself.
No. I love dogs. I've always grown up with dogs, and they're great.
Yeah.
Cheers, Basil, for putting that link up.
You mentioned something about Nightbots, I think, to somebody before.
Yeah.
Is it a special thing?
It's a website, and you can link it to YouTube, and you can add in commands, etc.
Oh, I see.
It's really handy because, like, Jenny, Basil, and the other moderators can do things on the fly. You can, like, literally change the title of the video while it's live, and actually Basil's created these shortcuts to put links in. You can stop spamming links or whatever. Yeah, it's a real good piece of, you know.
So Nightbot in your chat, is that a person, or is it
that's the automated one? Yeah, that is Nightbot. It's not a person.
Oh, right.
It's a program. And it will, you've seen, it will do a timed message every now and then, which is please like and subscribe, or.
Right. Interesting. All this stuff you can do in modern technology, and I have no idea.
Yeah, it's very good, you know. There you go, like spoons. That's just a little joke one we've done, which is like, so Basil's put in ! spoons, which is a command. And then it's come up with a message, which is, I can pay for my own drinks, but thanks for the offer.
All right.
Yeah. Jenny, you laugh at that one every time. And then, put Darren's channel in. Now Basil's put in permit to Hedon Enterprises. So now Hedon Enterprises has got a permit for 60 seconds to put any link in he wants.
All right.
Yeah, because usually links are banned. So now he's got a permit for 60 seconds to copy and paste his link in.
How did he get the permit?
Because that's what Basil just put in. He just put ! permit at Hedon Enterprises.
So
gave him a permit. So if he's not a moderator, he can put his link, put link in. You can permit someone.
Yeah, stuff.
It is a very good bit of tooling, especially when I'm out. If I'm out live streaming, I'm just trying to concentrate on filming, etc., and getting the content. Where these guys keep an eye on the chat, they change the title on the fly, which is great because if all of a sudden it kicks off, and then Basil can update the title when Nightbot wants to work. That is, he could just change the title straight away on the fly.
Oh, right.
That's the crucial bit of the tool, I think, is being able to. There you go, Bannerman. You can put your link in if you want.
All right.
Yeah.
Is Big Basil a real person then?
Big Basil is a moderator, same as Jenny Walker. Oh, right. Yeah, they're both moderators for us.
Oh, cheers for that, Big Basil and Nightbot. But Nightbot's not listening to me.
But yeah, see that last one about the please subscribe. Over 97. Yeah. That's an automated. That's a timed message, so that comes up every like 12 minutes.
Right, with you. Yeah.
So you can put in what you want. You can put in whatever message you want to come on, however many minutes.
Yeah.
And it's free.
Oh, brilliant! Have you got any trolls that follow you yet?
Yeah, no, not really. Thank God. When I was doing these StreamYards, a few months back, you find that after, say, 10 p.m. at night when America wakes up, you'd all of a sudden get a wave of them, or all of a sudden you'll get 3 new people trying to come in on a stream, all from Spain. And it's like, yeah, okay, mate, talk to me in the chat first, then you might be able to come on. See, look, Basil's done title. Yeah,
oh, right.
It's like stream titles have been updated to live question and answers with Bannerman.
Oh, yeah.
That's just updated the title straight away on the fly, which is that's what I love about that.
And what's it all about? I don't think that you're a troll.
No, no, he isn't. But if you get what,
Isn't it? You can tell trolls. It's what they say, really.
yeah,
They don't give it much thought, really. You see
no,
right through them. And especially when people actually try to be someone else, they'll change the name somehow and then put up a picture of the person who they claim to be. And it can look like it's coming from a genuine person when it isn't.
yeah,
You have to
that's
be
right.
careful these days, haven't you, with listening to people, when they're in the chat.
Yeah,
What
it's
people don't
yeah.
do.
That's I was talking about. I think I was talking about this on another stream, and I don't know if you use Twitter at all, but you get like a blue tick, as in you're certified, or as a genuine person. That's what they should have on here as well.
How do you get your blue tick then? Because I don't think I'm certified. I know a
Well,
lot.
on Twitter, that is. On Twitter, you've got to have fucking 10,000 followers or something.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, if you go on, if you get bored, go on nightbot.tv, and you can link it to YouTube, and it's pretty easy once you get, give us a call if you want a hand setting it up. You just add Nightbot as a moderator to your YouTube channel, and bang, off you go.
Wow. And it has to be Nightbot as the title, does it, in the name?
Yeah, Nightbot. Yeah, that's the name of the program.
So everybody's YouTube channel, if they've got a Nightbot there, then
They've got that program running. Yeah,
right.
it also monitors all the chat. It monitors all the things for like swearing and everything. We'll just like kick it out straight away.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Which is handy because you don't get people coming in like trying to spam links. Or I've even got capitals. If people use capital letters too much, Nightbot will give them a warning. Like a friendly warning. I don't know if it'll work for me. It probably won't because I'm on moderator. But it will do that, and excessive use of emojis, I think.
Yeah, I think I got a message once for using capital letters. I didn't realise capital locks were on. It might have been a moderator sometime or a Nightbot.
That's it. Yeah. Time out at Nightbot. Actually, God, I was live streaming one day, and I actually timed out Nightbot at one point, and that was hilarious. Everyone rolled up. Jenny, you loved that one, didn't you? Well, actually, I don't know what I was trying to do. I just pressed it and timed him out. I was like, oh, what have I was trying to pin a message. Oh, with Nightbot as well, you can pin messages to the top of the chat. So yeah, which is handy. If I grab that one and pin that, I can pin that one to the top of the chat. So there should be a message to their pin now. If you refresh your chat, maybe it didn't do it. Yeah, there is. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. So any message you want, or you can pin it. Like I say, it's really. There is other ones. There's another one called Stream Elements that Basil did ask me to have a look at. I did have a look at it, and I haven't quite got my head around. I might try it. I'll have to go back to it. It's just getting time to settle these things up. But whatever you do, if you come on a live stream at all, Nightbot will be running straight away. It's a little bit of reassurance. If you haven't got any moderators in, there's a little bit of reassurance that is there running in place. But like that, I don't get a lot of trolls, to be honest. No. Thank God.
How long have you been on this channel then? This channel that you've got now, this name. How long have you had this one?
This one? What? What do you mean?
Events. This.
What, London City Events?
Yeah.
I changed it. God, about a year ago. The name. I've had the channel about 8. Hold on. How many years has it been going? I can't remember one of the last videos. It's about 6 or 8 years ago. But like I say, I lost my other channel, which goes back over 10 years.
Yeah, I've got various other channels in YouTube doing different things, and every now and again, I'll see a message on some of them. If I'm doing a different topic, I'll create a different channel for that kind of topic.
Yeah.
I got a message of one of them saying, "Sounds like Bannerman, that." You know, your voice gets recognised, I suppose, the more you go on YouTube, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So it did tickle me when it was a video from like 8 years ago that my voice must not have changed much.
Yeah, there was someone when I'd done my first ever live stream from around at Canary Wharf for a bit of backdrop and scenery and walking around, and I'd done a phone in, and the first person that phoned in, I goes, "Oh, hello, local experimentalist. How are you?" And he was like, "How did you notice me?" And it's like, it's your voice is just so, unique. But everyone's voice is.
Live stream dropped. Is it back again?
Yeah, you're back.
It just went squirrely whirly on the screen then.
Yeah, I only went for a second. That's one thing I want to go back. I'll go back to Canary Wharf and do a live stream from down there at one point. Well, I do varied topics. I do a lot of varied topics, a lot of varied things.
When you're on next then?
Well, on a stream
live stream, yeah. When you're on next.
I don't know. I do them randomly. I done one the other night out in the rain, just chatting to people.
I mean, another interview. Have you got one lined up for a different day with someone?
Yeah, I've got one. I've got a couple lined up. I want to try and do maybe this Sunday come in, or maybe in a week on Sunday. So yeah, I want to try and keep this sort of ball rolling the best I can, and hopefully I'll develop as well and improve.
Yeah, I do believe that the more I do something, the more I get better at what I do. Sometimes I have a little setback now and again, but then it kicks back into play, and I realise what I've done wrong, and I just improve on it.
Yeah,
I try to anyway.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Well, as long as this wasn't as bad as some of your other interviews or whatever that you've done over the past couple of months, let's say.
Well, you live and learn. Anything's a learning curve.
Yeah.
I don't mind being interrogated.
Yeah.
It learns you how to be interrogated next time to prepare for it.
It was just more frustration for everyone watching, I think.
Well,
yeah. But yeah, you've done a great job there, mate. You've done a great job, and it's like you say about trolls and that. It's like, why? I don't know what the pleasure or enjoyment they get out of it.
Well, my understanding of a troll is they do enjoy it, and they enjoy it more if they see a response in a negative way. So if they see they're winding you up, that feeds it.
Yeah.
But they're the ones who actually get upset when you don't give them what they're looking for, and they actually do feel pain. They do, because it's their psychological game to get one up on you, and if they can't see you suffering, they suffer. That's my understanding. Because they're trying their best to get you to suffer and fall victim to their words and their claims and wild allegations. And if it's not working, you're not showing any signs of breaking, it does get to them, and then they leave you alone.
It's really good because I'll sometimes, it depends on what mood I'm in, but I'll just turn around and joke back at them or take them mick, and especially my moderators there, they would just they are the best people on YouTube in the UK that how to deal with trolls, to be honest, and they would just rip them apart. Yeah.
Depending on what day it is, I might have more time for a troll than another day. But sometimes I do like to respond to some strange messages I receive. Yeah, just as a challenge, to see how far it goes. That's an interesting drink, that.
There you go, Jenny. I'm drinking something different.
I had one of those the other day in a bottle. It was quite nice. And I don't drink often.
No.
Yeah.
You don't smoke at all either.
No.
Only
when I'm on fire.
Yeah, that's it. Well, you just drink lager.
Yeah, whiskey and coke,
Yeah.
Not my own though. And brandy and coke, yeah. Neat. I drink neat brandy, neat whiskey, but I don't drink it excessively. I might have just a tot, knock it back in one, just that mouthful. And what a great feeling that is for like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't drink more than one, really. One tot. It's just a nice little kick now and again.
Yeah, that's it. It's all about drinking in moderation. It's
Yeah,
like tonight. I mean, I've had 2 cans so far and a can of Jack Daniels and Coke. But because I'm drinking these 4 cans over a period of say 3-4 hours, I'm quite happy. The other night I was quite cold out in the rain, and I was just drinking them quite quickly, and then obviously it affects you more.
Yeah, well, sometimes when I'm doing some cooking, I'll open a bottle of wine and I'll pour it in to the cooking after I've drunk some myself, and it's amazing how it makes me feel like I'm a chef. I just feel like I'm a chef when I've had a little drink of wine when I'm cooking, and I'm not
Yeah,
a chef, but I'm cheap. It still costs
yeah,
much to be tipsy, and that's the best way, I think. It's
yeah.
doing your body much harm that way, because you're keeping it in moderation.
You like cooking then?
Yeah, I don't mind cooking. Yeah, yeah. I made myself a curry the other day, and yeah, that was really nice. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I might expand my horizons. I used to like having a drink while I was cooking. I would just, when I started cooking, I would open a can and stay in the kitchen until I finished. But now I've got probably a bit more confident, and I'll just put something in the oven, leave it for half an hour, and go down, turn it over, and then come back another half an hour.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I don't mind cooking, especially when now that I've got a bit more knowledgeable in life.
Yeah,
One time I never used to do much cooking, and then I just woke up about 2 or 3 years ago and realised, this is nice. I'm going to experiment. So I
yeah.
did. I started experimenting with food, and yeah, really enjoy my food now when I cook it.
I do find that as I've gone on, I don't quite enjoy the food as much because I've cooked it.
Oh
If,
yeah,
if
completely.
someone else had cooked it, I'll probably enjoy it more. I don't know. It sounds strange, but
Well,
yeah,
when I have something to eat, if I've just eaten and I have to go shopping for food, I can't pick anything up off the shelf. I just cannot shop for food once I've eaten. It's like my
oh,
mind switches off. I just doesn't seem to compute. I just can't pick anything up for food. Shopping
what?
next day, can't do it.
Sorry, they do say don't shop on an empty stomach.
I can't shop on a full one. Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I was doing slow cooker, couple of bits of like lamb shoulder in there, potatoes, mixed veg, stock, and I do that on a Saturday afternoon and use a timer switch.
Oh
So
yeah.
plug it in, turn it all on, make sure it comes on at 2 in the morning. Yeah, and by 11 in the morning, it's all done. So I'll go out that evening up to the pub. I can have a few drinks and not even think about remembering to turn it on because it's already set. And
Mm.
then just come home, and there's nothing like it when you wake up in the morning and you can smell that slow cooked lamb through the house. Is great, to be honest.
Well, my favourite snack is beans on toast.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, that was one. Yeah,
I learned how to make beans when I was, I think, I was age 12 or 13.
yeah.
There must not be nearly a day that goes by since I was 13 that I haven't had beans in my diet. Every,
Right. Yeah.
every other day, there's beans, 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 and it's Heinz beans as well.
Yeah. Do you put cheddar cheese in with it at all?
I put cheese on sometimes on the toast, and I don't mix it in. I used to mix it in, but now I just have a slice of toast, put some beans on, slice of cheese over the top, fold it in half, and munch away.
Yeah. If I do beans now, it's chopped up some cheese in the bottom of the jug, tin on top, chop up some more cheese, half a tin of beans on top, in the microwave, and just gently stir it in.
Oh, cheesy beans. You like cheesy
Yeah.
beans?
Cheesy beans. Yeah.
And they say you can't tell the difference between some beans and some others. Well, I
Uh,
can tell the difference, probably because I've
Yeah.
been eating them all my life. Beans, Heinz.
You definitely can. You
Yeah.
definitely can. Yeah.
Mm,
Maybe my dog wouldn't notice a difference, but I can notice a difference.
yeah, yeah. Well, I haven't had my tea yet, so I'm going to get some tea. It's only going to be a simple snack, I think. I'm not sure what I'm going to have.
Yeah.
I may have to go out to the shop even because it's still early, isn't it? But
Yeah. Yeah. 20 to 9. Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So yeah,
Thank you very much for coming on.
yeah, it was a pleasure. It'd been nice to talk to you.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. next time I will try and do some more. I hated the idea of getting questions. I just wanted to try and go with the flow of something.
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything else. You know, you meet nice people on the internet, you talk to them like this, and you know they're not bad people. You know,
Yeah,
I know there's a lot of people out there trying to cause problems for people. It's just nice to chat, you know, just like you would be in a room. Because this is
yeah,
all, isn't it? It's like you're in the same room. The only difference is, you know, you're quite a way away from each other, but
yeah,
the atmosphere can be the same. You
yeah.
know,
That's it. Yeah,
conversations can be as good.
yeah, that's it. I agree with you there. Yeah, and I don't like these people that just want to make it difficult for everyone else. So I've got no real time for them.
Mm.
Um,
I
yeah,
can tolerate those kind of people quite a lot. I can actually, and I'm proud to be able to do that because otherwise I'd be probably going mental like a lot of people, you know, and getting upset. Which it's hard, you know, not to get upset at some of these people because they'd be quite nasty. Some of them they can be really nasty.
yeah. Oh
Mm.
yeah, they can. Yeah, there's a lot of nasty people out there for some reason. Yeah. No doubt we've all, with 10K subs, I think, you probably feel the brunt of it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of nasty comments. I mean, I never used to ban anybody from the channel, but recently, when these, I don't know if you know about the allegations that started coming out recently, I
No.
started getting some weird messages on my chat, and I thought, you know what? I don't need to deal with this. I just delete them from the channel and hide them from the channel. And I also reply with messages like, if you want to carry on watching my content and commenting, you know, you just change your ways. Otherwise, I'll just hide you from the channel. Then you'll have to make a new channel or a new name to be able to watch the content. So I know they can still watch the content. So
Yeah.
now I just don't tolerate any direct negativity. There's no need to even reply to some of that sometimes. Just hide from channel, hide from channel.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's only recently that I've been doing it.
Agree with you. Like abuse towards me or my guests or abuse to other people in the chat is not, you can have banter or whatever, but there's a line you don't cross.
Yeah.
Uh, and even the moderators know. And it's just like, you keep spamming rubbish. It's just like you get a warning. And yeah, there's quite a few people on my banned list, to be honest, but it's mainly through live streaming the protests.
Mm,
You got, well, I think I had about 400 people in at one point, and it's hard to keep up with it all,
yeah. Well,
especially.
I, I don't mind people taking the mickey out of me, saying things that aren't true,
Hmm,
just you know, casting aspersions. I really don't mind that, even in somebody else's chat.
yeah,
It doesn't really bother me, but it's funny how some people who are creating this kind of content of hate just believe they're actually trying to achieve something with myself. And I'm only speaking for myself because I know some people they do find it hard to deal with.
yeah,
But on my own channel, I will just delete. On anyone else's channel, they can stay there all day. It's not for my call. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it never really upsets me. Although I do enter into conversation now and again. You know, just giving my feedback to their random accusations. You know, each to their own.
yeah, yeah. That's it. Accusations. That's all it is. Is just rubbish. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for this. No doubt I will catch up with you soon.
yeah, yeah,
Go and get yourself something to eat.
definitely.
And
It's empty.
right. Thank you very much, Bannerman.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Catch you soon.
And bye to everybody in the chat as well.
Right. I'm still going to be here for a minute. Well, thank you very much, guys, for joining. So thank you very much to Bannerman again for that. Hopefully, we'll be lining up some more people to come along while you're all talking about beans. Yes, that's right, Basil. Put yourself in the public spotlight, public scrutiny. Exactly. Okay, yeah, cheers, Eden. I think that went pretty smoothly. Obviously, Bannerman's had his rough rough times with interviews on certain people's channels recently, and like I say, hopefully you've seen some of his content because I really admire him for what he produces, especially content that he's produced recently, which has been really good. And obviously, I met him at the protest in London. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, censor everything. No, London. I met him in London. Yeah, I met him at the London one with Tyrant Finder was there. Right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Well, we're going to wrap this up. Keep an eye out on the community page. I will try and let people know more often when things are happening. I will be in touch with a couple of other people. I've been in touch with a couple of other people, so hopefully they will be on soon. So yeah, cheers, Basil. Thank you, mate. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Next time we'll keep an eye on the community tab, and thank you. Ossedin. I can't pronounce. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. So, but yeah, we'll have more people on. Obviously, yeah, we will keep you all updated. There's a couple of you out there that know who the next person should be coming on. I've got someone else lined up after that, so hopefully we've been making progress with this. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Basil. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Daz. Don't go, let's chat. I'll go chat and do a live stream or something, maybe. We'll see. Right, because it's getting late. Right. Thank you very much, all. Hopefully we'll do some more of this in a series, having people on and chatting, just about general stuff, nothing too heavy. We will catch you all soon. Right, thank you very much. And obviously I've got to watch out on what time I've got on this. I'll still be here. So obviously this will be uploaded, and you can chat in the comments below. Right, thank you very much, everyone. Peace, God bless. Later all. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everyone. I look forward to the next one. Catch you all soon. Bye bye. We're gone.